Ready.
What's up, everybody? Super dope here, by myself this time. Today we have another great matchup for you guys. We have Dopamine versus BOMBYX. I'm gonna try and throw up these overlays for you real quick. It looks like on the orange team we have BOMBYX, and on the blue team here we have Dopamine. Our first map of the day is going to be Dyson,
Prepare to capture
a payload
the
map.
point.
And the match is underway. Bugla here with the Comet coming up to the tower. Gets a nice pick on retails with Manbear Pig early. Looks like a lot of this fight is happening outside the point, but a couple of members of Dopamine on the deck here get caught out now. It's a 4v2, it looks like. Cupboard Gnome does get taken down. Bugla in great positioning there with the Comet. Able to chip away. Again, no one has full control over the point yet. Still a fight going on here.
2, 1.
I actually have my controller today, so maybe we'll try getting some new angles here.
Point captured.
Oh, and Cupboard Gnome takes out TGT early, and another. And that is going to be really, really good for BOMBYX because the point there belonged to Dopamine, which means those spawn times are going to be a lot longer. We see, interesting now, BOMBYX breaking the shields. I don't know what the purpose of that was. Although Bugla does go down. We have Cupboard Gnome here, defending the junction area. As another fight breaks down on point here. We have two members on the deck chasing Manbear Pig back. He is floating now. He is in trouble. Will he get taken down? He pops the insta-heal and manages to survive. And the point flips in favor of Dopamine for the first or second time. I guess they got it really early, but then lost it. But now they have full control over the point. 24-17 and counting. Bugla taking that positioning again on the ob. Those shields helping Dopamine. I wonder why BOMBYX, maybe that's why BOMBYX was taking them out earlier. Interesting 5-head play there. Although they do regenerate. We have another brawl here on the point. 2v3. 3v3 as the respawn comes in. And TGT takes out Cupboard, Retails takes out Manbear Pig, Phoenix Ash goes down too, and a strong hold here for Dopamine on defense. We have one reinforcement coming through the tunnel. It looks like a 1v1 on point here between Porch Billy and Cupboard Gnome. Cupboard Gnome ends up winning the fight, and the respawns come in time, and they will manage to take the point. 47-26. We have some fighting going on outside the point here. He manages to escape over the rim. Two reinforcements coming in through the tunnels. They hop onto the point, take up a lot of good ground here, manage to take down Cupboard Gnome. They should be able to flip the point, but a reinforcement comes in with Bugla. He does have a Comet though, so we don't know how useful he'll be at that close range. Although Manbear Pig now, and Phoenix Ash. A lot of men on the point here, and women. And it looks like the BOMBYX will be able to hold this out, although Porch Billy comes in and again contesting the point. We see a lot of contesting and stalling going out on the point here this time around as the deck comes in from Cupboard Gnome, getting Porch Billy really low down. TGT coming back now. This is just one long extended fight here on the point, but sometimes that's all it takes. As the fight still going on here now, as Rocket and Porch Billy are now alive, although Porch Billy goes down. This is, again, one really long stall, and again, no one is really ticking up any percentages, but finally, BOMBYX is able to win out that fight. But no, I spoke too soon. Two more members of Dopamine are flying in. This is just insanity here, guys. This point is not even going to move, and then it does. 50-49, it flips, guys. This is a crazy game so far. It's just back and forth here. We have more stalls coming out onto the point. Everyone is just rushing to the point at first chance. We don't see any grouping up, any, stalling off, trying to take up space here. I don't know what's going on out here. Manbear Pig lost control of himself for a little bit there. Bugla looks like he's trapped on the point now, and this should finally be the first firm hold here from Dopamine. After a long extended fight. Again, we see some staggers coming in, but now it's time for BOMBYX to group up because that stagger approach is no longer going to work. They're all grouped up there on the point. They are ready. and they need to rethink their approach. Let's see if BOMBYX is able to adjust. We have Member Pig here sniping away with the Pulsar as a few more reinforcements come in. Now they're surrounded, but again, they're so grouped up, it's going to be really hard to push against that. A 3v3 on the point quickly turns into a full wipe. And Dopamine holds firm and takes round 1. Really exciting fight there. Wow, that was a long one. But great job to Dopamine as they defeat BOMBYX. That was really chaotic for sure.
That was the most chaotic game of I've ever played.
Yeah, right? You hear them talking about how crazy that one was, and it definitely was. I wonder if the next one will be as exciting, or we'll see if teams will, you know, slow things down a bit and try and group up, strategize. 1 second till we start.
Prepare to capture the point.
Let's follow Dopamine as they go through the tunnels here. We have BOMBYX rushing in from the outside. TGT trying to take up that space in the tunnels. Hops on deck with the Nova. Gets taken down. And the lone survivor here is Cupboard Gnome, and he's finally joined by Bugla as he goes back to his position, sniping with the Comet. So it looks like good positioning taken so far by BOMBYX as they win out that first fight early, but again, the point has not unlocked yet. Still plenty of time.
Unlocking in 5, 4.
And
3,
Dopamine regroups. They have 2 in the tunnels, 1 on the rim, but 1 also going back through the tunnels. He's a little slower though, and Rocket goes down. And it looks like, oh, TGT has a nice pick on Cupboard Gnome here. But it looks like, yep, BOMBYX might win this one out here, as Porchbrilly is really low and gets splashed to death with the Meteor. So the first position here goes to BOMBYX. Oh, Retails comes in though with that stall game again. It looks like both teams just have stall in mind. That's just all they want. They want the point. They don't want any other team to get any percentage. But sometimes it works to group up and just take that, you know, that one moment to focus in on who you're actually going for as opposed to just going. And Porchbrilly gets taken down early in the junction area here. Let's try and get a better angle there.
Point contested.
And they managed to get the kills. They don't see Keyboard until, I mean Phoenix until way end, but it looks like she's just trying to reset with her team and goes down. As Dopamine flips the point in their favor. Setting up 2 people on the point here. Looks like 4 people spawning from BOMBYX in backpad as they boost in here.
Point contested. Point contested.
And oh man, the trading starts happening on both sides here.
Point
TGT
contested.
takes out Porchbrilly and Phoenix Ash, but goes down himself. And it looks like Dopamine is able to hold on here.
Point contested.
But just barely, Porchbrilly goes down, and the point will flip to BOMBYX.
Point capture.
34 to 31, so still really close here. It looks like the stall is coming out again for Dopamine. That is their favorite thing to do.
Point
And they are just going for it with these Novas on deck here. And they will clean it up, it seems. Oh, Bugla manages to get around the other side, but he can't last too long as Porchbrilly flies in, manages to get the kill. Phoenix stalling with everything she has, although it looks like it will be futile as she goes down and floaters, and BOMBYX, it says float, they name themselves floaters, guys. It's not me calling them out, no shade. That's what I see, not what you guys see. And Retails gets taken out outside. Now, if BOMBYX is able to capitalize on this and move in, they will be able to. Oh, but Cupboard Gnome just goes in by himself. They didn't go in as a team. See, when someone who's defending the point with the point in their favor dies, it's going to take them a really long time to get back. So if BOMBYX would have capitalized on that long respawn and gone in, even if they would have died, they probably still could have staggered the fight out in their favor. But now they took their time, and they are getting punished, it seems, as the respawn has already come through. Dopamine is stacked up now, and BOMBYX is going to have a hard time here. Member Pig goes in by himself, and it looks like he's going to get chased off. And Bogle going in now. It looks like they're just kind of cycling in here one by one. They need to push together. They do start to group up, and that's a good thing because Cupboard Gnome takes out Retails. TGT on the opposite side here, trying to stay alive, going down low. They managed to get a kill on Cupboard, but Rocket goes down to a 2v2 on the point. 2 Meteors versus, looks like 2 Novas. Porch Billy goes down.
Point contested.
And TGT just trying to stall things out here. They need to do something about him, because if not, the respawns will come through. And finally, they do. And BOMBYX, really great job clearing them out. They managed to capture the point. They do have some ground to cover, though. 79 to 44% here, and counting. Looks like this time around, Dopamine is going to push through the tunnels. They do have 2 coming through back pad 2. So again, something we have seen before from them. Although Porch Billy goes down, another trade happens, though. That's not too bad for Dopamine if they can just capitalize on the aggression here. Oh, it looks like he was missing him for a second there. TGT does go down, although this fight is definitely still winnable. They just have to kill Bugler right here. They do, and they are able to flip the point. 80%. It looks like this will come down to one final fight here. As BOMBYX. Oh, trying to make it stall things out a little longer, but I don't know if that's the best move. Manbear Pig goes down. Oh, they are committing hard to this fight here. Cupboard goes down. Phoenix and Bogla just trying to survive here. They managed to get a couple of picks. Can they flip this? Oh, it's a 1v1 now. Bogla versus Retails. Retails is really low, though. If Bugler realizes that, he should just go for it. Press W. Oh, and his teammate, Manbear Pig, comes in and gets the kill. They are able to flip the point. Another back and forth here. Really close game. If BOMBYX is able to hold on to this, they can win it. Looks like, again, coming into one fight scenario here. Oh, TGT and Porch go down early. Looks like they will have a chance to get back in. They don't have the points, so their respawns will be quicker. I like how they decided to go in quickly and try and see how things work out. But now if Retails get staggered here, that is not going to be good for them. They do not want that. He manages to escape. They don't seem to be pushing forwards. The respawn comes in, but TGT goes in by himself. Retail's still here, but he was still low from that last fight. Oh no, this was not the way. It's not looking good for Dopamine as they go down one by one. A 3v1 here on the point. Porch manages to take down a couple. He may be able to hero this one out. A respawn comes in though. TGT gets a pick. Again, they didn't have the point, so the respawns will come in eventually, and they are stalling out the point. A great offensive play and a great stall there from Porch Billy. And that's it, guys. Dopamine flips it, and they are able to win in the end 2-0. A really, really close map, though. Could have gone either way, but congratulations to Dopamine on taking that 1-0. We'll be right back after sending this to a quick message from our sponsors. Thank you.
This is Pitt, and he takes creating lenses pretty seriously. That's no surprise, because he has been creating innovative lenses and coatings for the German market since 10 years in his laboratory he started back in 2004.
And we're back to map 2 of this exciting matchup between Dopamine and BOMBYX. Let me get these overlays here for payload. It looks like Team BOMBYX is on the orange team here, and Dopamine is going to be on the blue team. It is just me here doing this by myself, so if they switch sides and I don't switch the overlays, I might forget. Just remind me in the chat. Hopefully I'm paying attention. We are playing Surge, though. Again, a controversial map, a hot topic. But, you know, people who play Meteor seem to love this map. So I guess we'll see a bunch of Meteors today. It looks like there will be, but not too many, actually. I see a couple of comments here coming out of BOMBYX. And a couple of Novas coming out from Dopamine. So we might see some different gameplay here on Surge, which might be refreshing.
Yeah, you guys do a little bit of clearing up
No team has readied up yet, but that will be starting soon. Quick shout out to our sponsors. Couldn't be doing this without them. Mammoth VR, VR Cover, Antline Audio, Rebuff Reality. Thank you so much, guys.
we only get one person person into the party. Otherwise, that's the team.
So, last match we saw a lot of aggression from both sides, just rushing straight in onto the point. This time, I'm kind of looking to see, you know, some more coordinated team play. This is a payload map, not a capture point map. There is no point to just rush onto, unless it's the payload, but I would strongly advise against doing that. We've seen a couple of teams do that, and to no avail. So, I think this match will go to the team that, you know, has the strats, has the structure, has the coordination. Hopefully the team's already up soon so we can get things underway. Let me just test out my controller here, see if we can get the level cam stuff working. Oh man, we can. That is so dope. This will be exciting. This is a payload map, so let me just guide you guys through exactly what's going on here. This is the first point. There will be 3 points, not necessarily though, if they can stop them on the first point. So they gotta move this flamingo here all the way down this blue path. Through this room, around this corner, and to that first checkpoint over there. If they can do that, they will open up the second checkpoint, which I can't really show you guys right now because the doors are locked. And it's true.
Attack squad ready. Defense squad ready.
Looks like both teams have readied up. The match will be beginning soon. Let's follow along from the attacking point of view for now. Let's see what BOMBYX decides to do on the attack here. We will actually, hold up. There's going to be some time before the match starts. The defense is going to set up here. Yep. Okay, I was ready that time. I've been baited a couple of times in the past, but not today. 37 seconds till the map starts. The defense stacking up for a boost right now. Let's see who gets to the flamingo or the end first. Usually teams, you know, race it out to the start. Doesn't look like these guys will be doing it this time though. Unfortunate. I wonder where the defense will be setting up. Will Porchbilly stay there or will he move back? Looks like he's shifting back a little bit.
Match starting.
The team will play a little further back,
10,
a little more defensive.
9.
I like to see that.
7.
And good
6,
evening, Super Dope.
5. 4,
Hey, what's up? Is that Jock joining me here?
2.
It is
One.
indeed. I'm running a bit late. I had a
Stop
few
the
technical
payload.
issues.
Oh, what's up? No worries. Jock is joining me here, seems, to help with the casting on this one. We have the match starting now. As a boost comes in early from BOMBYX, they go way back, and then it seems to be working. They're taking up a good amount of space here. They get a pick on Porchbilly. That's really good for them. Again, those defensive spawns a lot longer and more punishing. So any pick is good. Boggle goes down in the back though. They need to capitalize on these picks and just keep on pushing the payload out, which is they're doing, and taking up that space. Although they're not really taking up much space. It seems like Dopamine has capitalized here on the space. Although Cubber gets a nice pick on TGT. It seems like the payload will be moving on here. Now, Jock, last game we saw a ton of aggression from both teams, just rushing on to the point. This time, hopefully, or maybe we will see something a little different, some other change of pace here.
Well, they are both strong teams, to be honest.
Payload contested.
I mean, Port showed his work in the last one. They certainly brought it together since the first form. And it's all going to get better as the season goes on.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I hope so too. I'm going to turn you up a little bit here, so I can hear you
could
better.
you screen share?
There we go. Yeah, let me get my screen shared for you.
Payload
Didn't know
contested.
he's going to be joined
blind
here.
there.
Let me get you a feed up here.
Payload delivery accelerated.
Okay, you should be seeing things soon. And the payload moves on. It looks like a great first point so far, although I spoke too soon. Some aggressive defense coming out here,
Contested.
and the payload will stop. Some great play there by Dopamine, some great defense. And again, it could go either way here. The spawns come back though. They just need to push that payload a few inches, it seems. Although,
Payload returning.
it doesn't seem like it's working.
Being their main sniper, he's going to cause problems not being there.
And Phoenix gets staggered out, and a great defensive hold so far. Whoa, we just went into the void there for Dopamine. So BOMBYX has to respond now. They need to push up. Again, just this small distance here. They seem to be taking up some good space here, which is good. Whoa, back into the void. Let's head over to player cam for a moment. We have Manbear here. Getting some great damage there with the Pulsar, it seems. Backs off a bit to get a better view. Getting some more damage in there as Cupboard Gnome fights hard on the point. Oh, Manbear just has to go for the point now. They can push this, and they will get the first checkpoint.
Yep. To be honest though, let's face it, the second checkpoint's the one. I mean, this one it gets tight, they've got to go up the slope and into the top there.
Yep,
And
there's
with
a
the
long
amount
way
of
to go
novas
just to get up
that
that hill.
Torture's got, that's going to be a lot of Nova, and when they come over the top there, I think it could be interesting.
Yep, let's see how the offense decide to approach this. Could get a little tricky for them. They have one person boosting up all the way, it seems, into the back. Let's follow him for a little bit. Let's see if they notice him. They do notice him, although Cupboard Gnome gets taken down here. A lot of splash going down. The payload is still moving. Again, there's still one in the back there. Bogla taking up a lot of attention from the enemy. Yeah. And finally, Bogla goes down. But still, look, they already got the payload all the way up the hill. That's exactly what they wanted. Bogla was just a distraction, and it worked. But now, Dopamine getting angry and bringing that aggression back to the payload and stopping it right at the top of the hill. And honestly, that's a really good spot for them to be stopping the payload. Very defensive, heavy point there. They have to come right up to that choke if they want to push the Flamingo. So far, looking like a good defense.
They need to get in a 4. You need to get all 4 in there and push hard. There you go. Yep.
That's exactly what they do. They send all 4 out, trying to get the picks, ignoring the payload. Just what I like to see. But great defense so far. They managed to get a pick, but this is looking to be a long fight here with Boggle going down, but Manbear Pig using attack mod on himself. I don't know how smart that was. When you're by yourself and it looks like you're losing the fight.
I don't know, the other 2 are
using
coming
that
in.
attack mod, it looks like he will be staggered up, and he manages to survive. He's still alive, and just barely. He doesn't get hit. I can't believe it. Manbear Pig alive, and the team is able to respawn and get back to the payload. Wow, I'm shocked.
That was
Great
a fantastic play. Look at the distance they're collecting.
Yep. What does Dopamine have to do here? The payload is moving along.
Delivery accelerated.
They need to push in hard.
Contested.
Seems like they sent 2 at the payload here.
Remaining.
I think they should have waited. Although the other one's there.
They managed to get a pick. Oh, Manbear Pig uses another attack mod to get away. But again, they're not pushing up on him. They're not trying to stagger him. They're just letting him get away. I don't know about the use of the attack mod, but because it's not really helping them in a fight. But he manages to regroup with his team. So it must be doing something good. Manbear Pig goes down early though here. Boggle goes down. Overtime here.
No.
It's just Porch Billy. Phoenix by herself, and she gets taken down.
I'm surprised he survived so long versus 3, to be honest.
We've seen a lot of teams being stopped here on the second point, right?
Yeah.
My team, I remember, was stopped here. We almost barely stopped Alpha D here. A few other teams have been stopped on the second point. I wonder if we'll ever see any team push it all the way on Surge.
Well, it's
Whoa,
tough, let's face it.
cool. You guys ever been here before? I think I've actually left the map on this point before, and there's like a giant flamingo. Oh, there it is. There's a giant flamingo somewhere. Yeah. Oh, wow. This is it, guys. Flamingo League based off this giant. Wow. This is our Lord and Savior right here. Anyways, let's hop back into the map. We will have BOMBYX on the offense this time. No, on the defense. Oh yeah, I gotta switch around the overlays.
Yeah.
So yeah, BOMBYX.
Match starting in.
Did I just
10,
see him place
9,
a detonator
8,
there?
There
7,
we go. That should be right.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, and here we go. The match will begin. Did he place a I missed that. I was doing.
Yeah, that was a detonator.
A
he placed it down the
like
front there.
Like a mine. That is.
No, a detonator.
I know. Yeah, that's interesting.
Payload mobilized.
We have. Oh, they're going right for the point here. A really aggressive defense here, playing up into this room here. Phoenix goes down though. That's not too good for BOMBYX. And Cupboard and Bogla also go down. Oh no, and now it's just Manbear Pig here by himself again Will he use attack mod to get out? This time, he just allows them to kill him.
Payload mobilized.
Good choice. And he will be able to reset with his team, and they'll be able to push them together. Let's see if they do that as the payload chugs along here.
Delivery accelerating. Payload mobilized.
Payload's still moving along here. Cubbergnome wants to put some pressure on it, but he will have a 2v1 scenario there. He managed to take out Rocket. That's actually really good for them because now they can stop this payload and regroup. Oh, but TGT takes down a couple himself, and the payload will continue to move. What do you think of this offense so far?
Yeah, they're doing very, very well, to be honest. Although the defense made a mistake, I think, pushing into the front there.
Oh, Pig gets taken out from behind, and the payload reaches the first checkpoint. Again, there is a long way to go before the payload gets up that hill, so it's really important for the attacking team to buy themselves the time and the space to be able to make that push. Whereas with the defending team, they can't be too passive because now is the time to get the payload to stop. If they let it push all the way up the hill, they're giving them a lot of space.
Payload mobilized. Payload
Rocket
mobilized.
on the flank here. They go on the left side. They don't seem to be caught out yet. TGT and Rocket. Oh, the whole team flanking around the back. They seem to trap them out here. They get a kill on Bogla, but Retails goes down in the front. Whoa.
Payload returning.
TGT still alive here. With Rocket, I mean, on this flank, and they managed to get another kill. They're just making a lot of space here. This is exactly what they needed to do. They needed to push up, do some crazy flank, make the space, and let the payload go up that hill, which they did, but now it doesn't seem like anyone's pushing the payload, so all this space they're getting isn't being capitalized on. It's just sitting there.
This is a big mistake.
Payload
Oh yeah,
mobilized.
now finally they go
guys.
back to the payload, but all that distance, they still have to bring it all the way back up the hill, and they still have yet to push it past this choke here. They do get a nice kill on Cubbergnome here. Although Pig,
Yeah, they should have pulled that earlier. If
Yep.
somebody had been on there instead of mucking around in the back.
that's right. That may have cost them some valuable time here. Although they do seem to be pushing it through this choke pretty handily. Oh, a stun coming in from the back here. Renders
I hate it
Retails
when that
useless,
happens.
but no follow-up damage. Oh, until there is. The respawn comes through. Retails goes down, but he is definitely handled.
Mobilized.
Two people hanging onto the point, trying to get it to move faster here. TGT boosts in and takes out Pig. A great offensive play there to create some more space. Forces Bogla to go in by himself. I don't know if he should have done that. They had a little more time to group up and do one final effort, but it seems like, oh, right,
Ooh,
it wasn't
yep,
the end of
they
the
got
point. They only needed to get it to right here. He had to go right for it.
Squad victory.
It was a tough position to be in.
Look at the celebrations.
Yep.
They're happy.
And Dopamine is able to take it. That is a 2-0 victory for Dopamine. Some
Yet
great
another
gameplay out of
2-0 for
that.
you.
Yep. Very aggressive. Yeah, another 2-0 game I'm casting. It's all good. But yeah, it was a definitely exciting one. And that first map, you should watch it back, Jock. That was crazy. There was like one fight that lasted like 10 minutes. I don't even understand what happened there, but it was just back and forth. It was really crazy.
Well, to be honest, Porches, I know he's been doing a lot of teamwork this week, and they had error name. He's dropped out this morning, so they had to rework everything. So they've done really well.
Right. I also heard that Keyboard Willie had some issues here. He got knocked out of the game and they had to sub in someone. So yeah, hardware issues have been happening quite recently. Hopefully they'll get ironed out soon. Apologies to both teams for that. But glad they were able to find their sub. And great game. Again, thanks for tuning in, everyone. We will have another game soon, and we will see you then. Thanks for stopping by.
Well done.